You are welcome back. My name is Wale Adewumi. In this video, we'll be looking at the concept of Parkinson law and how to take advantage of it towards a life of financial freedom. There is something that you to know. The natural tendency of anyone to increase his spending immediately his income increases. For instance, suddenly they promote you at work. The next thing you are looking is, how do I get that new gadget? How do I change my wardrobe? How do I buy a new car that befits the new status? That is the natural instinct in every human being. And this is what they call the Parkinson law. Which means that as your income increases, your expenses also increase. Somebody told me recently of a professor who was borrowing money from his driver. Before the month runs out, he returns the money because it was any larger money. One day, the driver came around and said, "My boss, thank you for always being good to me. I want you to come and see that little house that God has given to me." A driver was able to build a house from his meager salary, but the professor had nothing. All his money were on vacation, big things here, buying that, and at the end of the day, he couldn't save a dime. Parkinson law has eroded everything that could have been gained in his life. How does it affect you? Seriously. I'm talking to you. You have to sit back. How do I define gratification? Yes, I want that, but it can always wait. Instead of buying it now, tell yourself, can it wait? So that you are learning to sabotage Parkinson law, because if you don't sabotage that urge, it will sabotage you. It will bring a wedge on your finances. Someone tell you have a bigger status. One thing that should be ringing bell in your mind is, let my investments start paying for all my needs, necessity, especially your wants. Which means that, for instance, your salary moved from 50 to 100. Let your lifestyle still revolve around the 50. The excess money on it, invest it. I understand it's hypothetical, but that is how you should be thinking. When it gets to a point, your investment will start bringing enough money that the same lifestyle that you want to live, you can start living in it. I remember a man that gave certain money to the wife, and he told her, "It's money for your car, but defy it. Put it in social investment, real estate." Within the space of 3 to 5 years, the money has multiplied. They bought the car, she has the money, and the money keep pumping in more money. The husband literally taught the wife how to overcome Parkinson law through a demonstration. I understand a story or whatever present to us more vivid understanding. You might be looking at it, is this so easy? Yes, it's easy when you understand that your future is very paramount. You will ensure that Parkinson law does not control your life. What you have come to find out is, what you need for a reasonably good life is few. That means you need to create a lean economy for this moment in order to have a more robust future. In a nutshell, overcome Parkinson law, and let the gain from your savings go into investment. After a while, let the investment accrue to you a return to live the very life you want to live. Financial planning or financial wisdom does not mean you are not going to take care of yourself. It simply means that you can defy it. What do you think? It's better to have a beautiful future than to have a beautiful now and ended up wearing a rag in the future. It's better to have more than enough when you are growing older than to have it nice and suffer in the future. In rounding up, I remember that my uncle, I will call him D, as a younger man, he had numbers of suits. He dressed like a big man. When we now grow up, when I look at him, I wonder, you can't picture that he's the same man who was once the big boy in town, who's now dressing in rags because he couldn't defer gratification. He couldn't wait till the future. How about you? Plan your life. The essence of being in this game changer program is to transform your mind for a fabulous future, which I believe you are achieving at this point. Now, this is the exercise. Take your pen, cut your cost. Is there alternative to the excess life or extravagant life I'm living? Write it. The education of my children, are there alternative schools that will give the same value? Write it somewhere. It's a lie to tell yourself that the social circle your children belong when they were younger is what they will retain when they are older. They retain it on one condition: if they are also up in the bigger status and circle. And also, even if your child goes to the village secondary school, when he becomes a rich man, he will attract a new circle around him. There's a law of attraction where he attracts the kind of people that will mix with him. So if you are spending too much on the education of your children, it's weighing you down, and it's not allowing you to plan into the future. It's a lie to tell yourself that it's part of your investment. Yes, investing in your children is one of the richest investments, but not at the expense of a beautiful future for everyone. And what are you teaching the child? I've seen children that goes to private public school who become somebody in the future. So even if you still want to retain the private school, there are alternatives. In Nigeria, the best students are not always from the big schools. I'm giving you instances of where our money goes into. The food we eat, the best food we've realized are the staple food, the common food in town. You know, all you need is to balance them up and you enjoy your life. What's the big deal? Build a life above Parkinson law. Thank you very much. My name is Wale Adewumi. Bring in your friends, let them participate, build a community, and I can tell you, your community is going to create wealth for you if you do it rightly, because I'm going to put us through some things that we can start doing together that make life a beautiful one or a beautiful ride. Thank you.